Okay, here we are. Another staff spotlight of Buckeye Recovery Network. My name is Param, and I am very excited about today's staff spotlight with Mr. Matt Keogh, aka The Smile, as you can tell why by that pearly smile he's got going on over there. But the reason I love Matt is not because of his smile. It's not because of just his positive attitude and overall demeanor and stuff like that. It's because of who he is as a human being and how he shows up each and every single day for not only all the program participants, but the families and all of the wonderful referrers we work with. And Matt is our director of admissions. So Matt, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on here, Parm.
Absolutely, man. Was that a good introduction for you? Do you feel relaxed?
That was perfect.
That was perfect. All right. Well, you know what else was perfect is also the same month. Well, actually, yeah, Mr. Matt Keogh. What was a big milestone in your life that you celebrated?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, I got married.
That's right. All right, man. And the person he got married to, Ness, wonderful human being. I've actually had both of them on my family education and support group. She is someone that is very, very, very helpful in the sober community. She really has a passion for working with females in recovery. Just a great person all around. And congratulations on you guys' marriage. And so just wanted to open up with that. But I'm going to shut up for a little bit, Matt. Can you let everybody know kind of a little bit about who you are and what you do specifically for Buckeye Recovery Network, the program participants, and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate the introduction. Yeah, 3 weeks and still going strong. So, so like you said, I'm Matt Keogh. I am the director of admissions here at Buckeye Recovery Network, and I went through the program myself and have been sober since December 16th, 2016.
Yeah, man. 2016, huh?
Yeah.
So wait, this year December is going to be 5 years?
That's right. One hand, 5 years.
Oh my God, man. Well, that's where we almost like put our hands on the screen on together, just like congratulations. Every day is a blessing for individuals who struggle with substance use disorder, and to get to 5 years, and it's not just the quantity of the 5 years, it's what you've done in these 5 years. So kind of let us know, as the director of admission, what you're responsible for, and kind of like a day-to-day and all the stuff that people, because here's the thing. If someone's watching this, every program participant that comes through our program talks to Matt Keogh at some point before getting here. A lot of family members do. He's this pleasant voice on the phone, and this is just a really nice platform to get your face out there. So yeah, just let us know what that role entails and what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So I talk to potential clients and families and give them more information about our program and kind of explain the process of what they're going to be going through when they get here, and answer any questions that they may have about our program.
Yeah, and you are also, I mean, you're downselling yourself a little bit. You also have a recent certification you've got in interventions. I mean, so you understand substance use disorders, you're educated in it. You have different ways and different approaches that you meet people where they're at. You work with resistance. You coach families all the time. You guide families all the time. So there's a lot that goes into that conversation. And Matt, one thing I really like about you is even when someone's not a fit for Buckeye Recovery Network, Matt goes above and beyond and works relentlessly to find somewhere that's a more appropriate fit or something that's more appropriate for the family or the program participant themselves. And that's saying a lot, because, most people don't do that, Matt. So as just who you are as a person, which I opened up with, you care about human beings. That's like your core. Now, if you can get those people to come to Buckeye and hopefully experience our program, that's kind of what we're trying to do here. But even if you can't, you still care and try to get them in the right place. So where does that, the next question I like to ask is the field of substance use disorder treatment, mental health. It's really altruistic. We get a lot out of it, but it's not like, hey, when I grow up, I want to work in the field, right? So what's your why? Like, what's your why of who you are, or what's your why of doing what you do? Because I think answering that why really tells a lot about a human being.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, in December of 2016, I got sober. And I didn't know anything about sobriety or recovery. But I decided to give it a shot. The drugs and the alcohol were always out on the outside. So I took a chance on myself. And I got into the program, and someone gave me that opportunity to better my life. And so for me, my why is I love waking up and giving people that I've never met that opportunity to change their lives for the better each and every day.
And where does your passion come from also working with the families? Because usually the program participant or the client is someone that's in our program, but you're so good with staying in communication with families. Like, a lot of programs don't do that, man. So what's your reason for being such close alliances and being such a nice support system for families? Like, why do you do that?
Because my family as well, when I was getting sober, knew nothing about recovery or sobriety. But as you talk on your family sessions every Saturday, the family needs to recover as well. And so giving them that education piece and walking them through this process ultimately helps the client and helps the family. So that both sides need to happen in order for the person to become healthy again.
Absolutely, man. And this one thing I want to share about Matt and his role as a director of admissions of Buckeye Recovery Network is he's actually here with us, in our office right here in Orange County. And I was personally in his office yesterday, and I go there every Thursday, and I see him 2-3 times a week in person. So he's not some director of admission that's sitting somewhere far away and he has no interaction or engagement. He's in the trenches with the rest of us. He's in the front lines with the rest of us. He does a lot of interventions with the rest of us. He provides support on a daily basis with the rest of us. So that's something that I think is also unique about you and your role. Is a lot of director of admissions, they could be across the country doing their job, and because you do have a little East Coast accent going there. I just want to make sure people know that you're actually here with us and not somewhere over there.
Right. I love being here with the clients and meeting them. When I'm talking to them over the phone, I'm the first person that they talk to, and they feel comfortable with me. So I like greeting everybody and getting to know them and watching them grow and see that light turn on.
I saw it last week, man. So last Friday, if you remember, you came here for a meeting, and there was a female program participant outside that you've been working on for a long time. And as soon as you're like, is that person? I'm like, yeah. You ran up and you're like, hey, this is Matt Keogh. And you guys have talked so many times on the phone together, and it was kind of like, it was just really nice to see your enthusiasm and excitement to see someone that you had only previously knew on the phone. So, so the next one question I have for you, Matt, is we know who we are. We know what we do. We see it from the inside. But there's a lot of people that might not know much about Buckeye Recovery Network. What's one thing that people might not know about Buckeye that you kind of wish or hope that they knew about us?
There's so many things I love about Buckeye. But the number one thing has to be that it feels like a home. You walk in there and everyone greets you with a smile. Everyone knows your name. They care about you, and they just want to learn how they can help you that day. Whether it's another coworker, another client, it is just so comfortable, and it's because of the staff, that they created that atmosphere of being at home.
Yeah. It's actually, it starts with you, Matt. I've said this to you many times before in various reviews over the years or just in passing. You are the face and the first impression of our organization, our company. There's no one else better than that. You're the first person they talk to, and you're the first person that's talking about who we are and what we do. And that trickles on, on weekly calls when we're calling families, when people know that we know their names and we care about them, when leadership and management shows up and we're doing things on the weekends with them and all that kind of stuff. It is something that I'm really proud of myself too. So, and what about something about you, man? Something about you that people might not know? Well, if they don't know you, they don't know anything about you, but maybe something that's you would like to share.
Right. So, you kind of spilled the beans about what I was gonna, what people don't know about me, but I am a certified case manager and interventionist.
There you go.
I don't really tell people that, but my wife got sober through the help of an interventionist, and I thought that was so cool. And in 2020, I wanted to challenge myself and learn how I can help people and their families better. So I took a course, and I just learned so much about how to motivate somebody and to grow in sobriety and recovery, and as well as their families.
Yeah, there's no other better person, man. It's I do hope that you get to. I know, by the way, every time you're on the phone with someone that is resistant or is just not there yet to make a decision to go into care, you are tapping into all of those intervention skills that you learned last year. And the more you practice that process, the more polished you're going to become. And that's just going to be so good for a human being that's trying to find recovery, because to be able to speak with an interventionist is a completely different ballgame than just talking to someone that's doing admissions without that background and experience. So I'm so happy you got that, man. And it's going to help. I can't say it's going to save a lot of lives, but it's going to help a lot of human beings. That's for sure.
Right. Some people just need a little push.
Yeah, I know. And the last question I got for you, my friend, is if there was a guy, a girl, old, young, spouse, child, whoever it is, some human being struggling with alcoholism, drug use disorder, or with mental health, and you had the opportunity to tell him or her one thing, what would you say to that person?
I would say the same things that I told myself while I was going through those dark days, and just take a shot on yourself. You're worth it. Those 30, 60, 90 days, that's just a drop in the bucket to the rest of your life to get healthy. So why not take this opportunity to grow and change a lifestyle that's not working out for you?
Yeah, man, that's it's really good advice, and it comes with a lot of I could just sense you have a lot of compassion in your voice, and people, they always remember that more than they realize the hard, the stern stuff, the consequential stuff. So thank you for always approaching things with love and with patience and with tolerance, because that is our code. And thank you so much for taking the time out. I know Fridays is your end of week. You do a lot of stuff today. So even 15 minutes with us was appreciated by myself. And Matt, I really do look forward to working with you for many years to come, because you're one of the most important people of this organization. And thank you for all the people that you helped get through our doors, man.
Yeah. And thanks for giving me this platform to speak this morning.
Absolutely, man. Send it to whoever you want. Send it back to the East Coast. They'll all be proud of you.
I will.
I'll see you.
Thanks, Barb.
Yep.